lucky for that. But I got the thing to work. I had to drive and change locations. But so look, man, when you type in, I'm not gonna go back, but when you type in right, or when you went to Tartarus, it went to the etymology, and it says here, according to Strabo, this word has been fancifully believed to have been invented by Homer, right, with the city of Tartessos in mind, with a slight change of letters. Okay, but basically it's a damn fable. But the point is, the word goes into a prison, right? A prison. So this word hell, when you read the angels, right? 2 Peter 2 and 4, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, angels don't sin. Spiritual, celestial beings do not sin, right? There's no spirit out there in the spiritual realm, right? In what Esau calls the fifth dimension, there's no spirit out there that's what's that word, man? Basically going against the Most High, declining the Most High's orders, man. I don't feel like doing it. All the spirits are subject to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's something you Christians, you have no idea. That part of the scriptures. You have no idea about that part of the scriptures, man. You are completely oblivious. Right? The angels, for the 2 Peter 2 and 4, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell, which is the condition of these bodies. Let me get something else just to go into that. Hold on. Was that 4 score? Yep. Psalms 90 and 10, it says, the days of our years are 60 years and 10. A score is how much? A score is 20, right? 3 times 20, 60, and 10, which is 70. By the time you're 70 in the society, it's a great marvel, if you can go on a walk or on a little hike, okay? And you don't have to wake up and take 5 different things you can't pronounce, in containers, right? Plastic containers. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, which there's people like that. There's a person I knew, ex-demon I dealt with, her father, right? He was a man in his mid to later 60s, and this dude was strong as an ox, man, still moving about, and he looked like he could pass for 40s, man. So that is correct. If by reason of strength they be 80, which is 80, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away. And like I said, man, like let's say you attain a life of substance, right? The scriptures speak about that in the book of Ecclesiastes and the Apocrypha. It mentions, a man that is content with his life. That's a good thing, basically. But let's say you're content, but you're 50. Look, man, you're not gonna enjoy that as if you're 20. Now in the kingdom, you're gonna feel like you're 20 your whole life, man. Basically, from when you grow up, you're gonna feel like you're in the strength, in the youth of your strength, in the youth of your strength of your youth. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel vital. Okay. Back here. So now you're understanding, right? It says, and delivered them into chains of darkness. These bodies are chains, man. They're heavy. They weigh you down. as amazing as these machines are, right? Our bodies are amazing on a level, right? And these herbs are amazing, and the things they do for us, the service that they provide. But when you look at it from what we were, that pinnacle that we started at as Adamites, you can't compare that, man. By the time you're 60, you're 70, you you can't. You're not gonna see your great grandchildren. You're not gonna enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? You might die of a damn stroke. You might get up too fast. Hey, like in Godfather, he was playing with his grandson in the vineyard. It was a hot day, and the dude, he was running around, and he just peeled over and died, man. Marlon Brando, right? So this place is this is not the place, man. Okay. Any Israelites telling you to settle down and build an Israelite economy, and you stay away from that person, man. That person's not in the right spirit, man. Okay? So that goes into that. And I'm going to get a next precept. Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 14. It says, For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. Now, guess what? In the kingdom, we're not going to be immortal, okay? Because there will be a mortal fate for every person, for every Israelite as well. You're going to have a so-called final destination, which is going to be blessed anyway. You're going to die with everyone that loves you, surrounding you, and you're going to, in your bed, man. All right? But we're mortal men in this place. And in the kingdom, we're going to be basically not celestial, but extraterrestrial, right? Right now, we're just terrestrial. We're just earthly beings. We're going to be extra, right? But right now, our thoughts are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. Verse 15, for the corruptible body. You hear what the scriptures say? The corruptible, man. It's easy to corrupt a person, man. It's easy to give in to lust and greed and jealousy and all that, right? And anger, wrath, backbiting, all these different things. This is a corruptible body, man. Verse 15, for the corruptible body presseth down the soul, right? Did you hear that? It presses down your soul, man. Right? And the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. The word muse, that's where you get the word music. Muse. Basically, it means like to meditate. Right? Which you had different muses, which were gods in Greece. But that word muse, to muse upon something, means to meditate, to think upon. And your mind, it does. Hey, man, I know you brothers, man, you think about all kinds of things in the kingdom, and just spiritual things and twists and plots, and how is this prophecy going to play out, and you have all kinds of thoughts, man. But the point is, the earthly tabernacles, man, they weigh down the mind. Doesn't Esau say, look, we use about 10% of our mind? That was what that movie Lucy was about, with Scarlett Johansson. That movie Lucy showed you about unlocking the mind. Well, guess what? In the kingdom, your pineal gland is going to be activated, so to speak, man. You're going to have full access. Okay? Verse 16, and hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth, and with labor do we find the things that are before us, but the things that are in heaven who had searched out. And then let me get one more. Let me try to find the scripture. Yes, this is it. Jude, verse 6. Actually, I'll start at 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, going into what? Resurrection, something that Christians don't like to talk about. Or reincarnation, I should say that word. That's when they run, right? Reincarnation. Though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt. Why? Because we forgot through various captivities, right? And our own iniquity, the Most High caused confusion among us. And thus to discontinue from my heritage, pursuing Jeremiah 17 and was that 9, right? It says, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not, and the angels which kept not their first estate, right, but left their own habitation, hath he reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. What's that talking about? The angels that kept not their habitation, because we fell in love with these other women and started going into their philosophy, which the Most High clearly forbid. Now, on the flip side, this is where you have certain Israelites that go into, oh, we can't deal with the other nations, period. Well, guess what, man? There's a lot of stuff you got to swallow when you say that, because there's about 3-4 men in my mind I'm thinking about that have multiple concubines. And if you know anything, you know what a concubine is. A concubine is not one of the 12 tribes of Israel. A concubine is another nation. The word concubine means to lay with. Okay? I'm thinking about who? I'm thinking about Gideon, who was a great savior in Israel. It didn't say Gideon went off and started building altars, and no, he just had them concubines to pop. King David, the same thing with him, right? Samson dealt with a Hamite. Now he got simpish, which all it is, he got weak in the flesh, and he told a woman, he got weak with a woman, right? Same with Solomon, okay? Same thing that people bring out with him, and that the point that he loved these women, man. He fell head over heels and he started worshiping their gods. All right? But those two examples that I brought out, King David and Gideon, there's others, Abraham, they all had concubines, so they left that estate, their own habitation, so he hath reserved them in everlasting chain. What does the word everlasting mean? The word ever, when you look up ever or forever even, the word there I believe is eon, or let's look it up, right? But ever basically means a time period. It doesn't mean eternity. Everlasting means everlasting literally means it's a different word, but let me look this up, right? Hold on. Let me just prove it. Like when you look up forever, see here it says forever and ever and ever. I'm gonna look for another one. Hold on. It's gonna be in the New Testament in the Greek, because it's a different word, right? Bear with me, Salakia. I just wanted to get that point across. Here, forever. Because that fire is going to burn forever for a time period. We don't know when it's going to stop. Eon, exactly. The word ever, forever, eon, which means forever, an unbroken age. How long is an age? There's an expiry date on the age. Right? Period of time. That's, nothing deep. I just wanted to bring that out. It's nothing deep, man. That was it for that. So that was pretty much it. I just wanted to bring that out when I mentioned Jude, the everlasting chains of darkness. So this was a time period, The Most High binded us and imprisoned us in these bodies for a time period which we're about to break loose through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rchakodash. Alright, so I hope you're edified. I want to say Kahalayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rchakodash, double honors unto the apostles of GMS. Shalom to the elect.